everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Louisville Cardinals facing the UCLA Bruins.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
Here are the starters for Louisville. Payton is out there with White. Then there's Sanders, and it's Mack in at the center. The Bruins shooting their first free throws of the game. Rose hits them both. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the newer and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
It's deflected. Campbell against White. Can't get it to go. And it's Louisville the other way. Rozier the pass to Payton. Here's Mack. Pass to Payton. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow.
You know, Kevin, you can't be pretty, though, with those second chance opportunities. I mean, just put it in the basket.
To the wing on the left. White dishes to Mack. No good off the back of the rim. Rose kicks to Roberts. Over to the left wing. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Here's Rose. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Here's Rozier. To the middle. Fast break, UCLA. Finish off the break.
Defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
So it's Louisville now, after the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. No good off the pick.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Sanders. Here's the screen. Down low, here's Mack, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And the Bruins go in. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to free to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
On the court for Louisville, they've got Payton. Rozier's out there with Sanders. Then it's White, and it's Mack in at the center position. Pass to White. Baseline jumper. And he overshot that one, missing. The Bruins leading by 6.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Payton up top. The pass to Rozier to the left side wing. He kicks to White. From past the arc. Rebound by Roberts. Clark, they could stretch the lead to double digits.
Yeah, which would obviously put them in a very comfortable spot.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Here's Mack. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Mack's got 8 points.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And, Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now here's Rose. And Rozier pulls it down.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here is Sanders. They set the pick. Screen by Sanders. Here's Rozier. He's covered by Rose. Payton. You know what? The Bruins go the other way with it. Here's Campbell. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Here's Free. Kicks it to Morris. Outside Rose. Irving sets a screen for Rose. Thomas with the block. Rose, he's in at shooting guard. Irving is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at the 3 slot.
Nice pass there. Good job to get it up quick.
And it's Rose penetrating the stupendous finish in traffic. And UCLA leads by 7.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Price, the pass to Thomas. Shoots from the block, and he hits the jump shot.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Rose gets the bucket. Louisville trails by 7. And now a new group.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Odom dishes to Thomas. Connects. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And it's Rose penetrating, powered down with both hands.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. Here's Rozier. Louisville again missing. And they're running. And another. Once again, shot good from Rose. And it's a 9-point Bruin lead.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this one.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Don't be afraid to make the extra pass. If it's open, take it.
.26 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Odom kicks to Russell for the three. Louisville, no good that time either. Here's UCLA. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Johnson sets the screen for Rhodes. And here's Porter. There's the three. Can't connect. So it's UCLA picking up. Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance, but now this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Now here's Evans. Following the miss by Freak. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Decker. Fresh pulls it in. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
Hill kicks to Hawkins. They set the pick. And that's Evans penetrating. He used that pick to get in close.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Now, here is Hill. And it's Evans missing. Rose with the ball. He feeds it to Roberts. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Rose, good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Hill kicks to Fisher. Left side, Gibson. Hill against Rose. To the paint. No good from Wade.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
So on the floor for UCLA. Rose, he's in a shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at small forward. Here's Fisher. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. There's the screen. Over in the corner, Conley takes the 13-footer. Count it, and the Bruin lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Wade.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray.
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward. It's stolen by Hill. The pass to Hawkins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for the Bruins. Brett Hawkins taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
And guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
The Bruins making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Here's Rose. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Hawkins. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And so Hawkins drills both of them. The Bruins leading by 8.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
He dishes it to Decker. It's Hawkins on the wing. He kicks it to Decker. Hill left side. 4 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple. Here's UCLA. Here's Looney. Rose attacking and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Sam Decker.
Complete domination. What a game for Rose. He has 12 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Both free throws good from Rose. Here's Fisher. There's the pick to the left wing. The Badgers working the ball around now. Walker is screen on Rose. Outside Conley to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Hill. And again, it's the Badgers missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Walker with his screen for Hill. Good work defensively by Morris.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Rose in at shooting guard. Thomas is out there with Johnson. Then there's Free, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. They grabbed their own miss.
Boy, that's a tough one. But he did all he could there, using the leaner to get the shot off.
Fisher, the pass to Walker. Shot to stop the drought. It's stolen by Johnson. And they're on the break. Here's Rose. And 2 free throws. Coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bruins.
Guys that play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Now, here's what UCLA is going with on the floor. Irving's checked in for Thomas. Looney comes in for Johnson. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Barton subbed in for Free. Rose against Hawkins. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes left.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No. And with this lead, it looks like they'll hold on for the title. A special moment for everyone on the team. And really, what a year it's been for their star, Free.
Yeah, very impressive considering everybody pinned their hopes on him to lead the team at the start of the season. And he hasn't disappointed. For all the hype that surrounded him, he lived up to all of it.
Roberts is checked in for Irving. And Wisconsin also making a switch. Evans is checked in. There's the dish to Hill. Decker kicks to Hill. 1:29 left to play in the second half. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. Rose against Hawkins. The kick out to Rose. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Sam Decker.
Shooting for the Bruins.
Free throw. Good. Rose. Fresh is checked in for UCLA.
When's the last time I hit the rim?
Rose hits them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Outside Conley. Gibson the screen. Conley dishes to Fisher. Outside Gibson. Out to the right wing. Outside Conley. Here's Payton. Misses the 3.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys, more desire to secure the ball.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dawkins kicks to Payton. Deflects the pass. Here's Fresh. To the paint. And Fisher kicks to Payton. Passes it to Conley. Dishes to Gibson. Feeds to Fisher. Pass to Conley. Payton right side. So it's UCLA picking up the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr.
Hey,
P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time, and I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking vibing, I love it, freaking vibing. This freaking vibing thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in line, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But bam! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Well, maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, What if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know what? But it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
You don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
my business.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
It's none of
Go
my
for
business.
it.
Yeah, manager.
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak. But you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do. I am the
Pagnotti,
best at what I
You
do.
have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract, front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I
son.
love you too, son. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select
Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky.
With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
D'Angelo Russell
from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select
Jahlil Okafor from Duke University.
With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select
Kristaps Porzingis
from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select
Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia.
With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select
Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky.
With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select
Emmanuel Mudiay
from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select
Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona.
With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select
Frank Kaminsky.
With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Derrick Rose from UCLA.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was a clerk and I was a carrier. And
let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady, Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you. All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
First NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. Now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. Do my best to represent Harlem.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines of the first official NBA appearance from Rose.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
Well, with Free Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid in anything when it comes to basketball.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Kemba Walker, Kaminsky out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Jeremy Lin, and it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Stoudemire kicks to Rose. Hits that one, nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Rose gets the bucket, and a moment to celebrate here. Those are his first official points as an NBA player. Walker against Rose. And Walker kicks to Hansbrough. Six on the shot clock. Hansbrough setting the pick for Walker. For 3. Can't get it to go. Stoudemire with the defensive effort.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Rose against Walker. Pass to Hansbrough, off the pick. Green with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Hornets trail by 6. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Outside Rose, and it's Stoudemire at the elbow. Rose gets to Green. Rose against Land. Anderson passes to Stoudemire. It's deflected. Tries to hit him. Rose with the block. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
Unbelievable. When a shot like that falls, even the hostile crowd has to crack a smile.
And so... Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective. Seems like he's going with the whole new group on the floor. And then for Charlotte, Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. On the floor for Charlotte, they've got Batum. Zeller is out there with Kaminsky. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Lamb in at the 2-guard. Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and you know they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggle.
Walker against Rose. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Shoots. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And last season, the Hornets ended with only 14 road wins. Even when they made the playoffs in 2014, they weren't a team that traveled well. It's something the team needs to figure out in order to get back into the postseason.
Hornets trail by 19. Pick by Zeller. And Walker kicks to Kaminsky. Back to Walker. That's short off the rim.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
For three, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Heat up 19. Time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. On offense, we couldn't have been better. Ideal game plan, and you guys have carried it out to perfection. No going easy on them in the second half. We're going for the throat. Something I have liked is our movement off the ball and all the good looks it's created for us.
Okay, Miami, now coming onto the court are yours.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Some changes for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Jeremy Lamb. Rose in at point guard. Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Chris Anderson. And it's Green in at the shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Batum wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game. Rose dishes to Anderson. Now here's Winslow. He's covered closely and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. A different look for Miami. Chris Bosh in for the Heat. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Chalmers comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Rose in for Goran Dragic. The Hornets also changing it up. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And it's Hansbrough in for Kemba Walker. On the court for the Hornets, Zeller and Jefferson are inside. Batum is out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Hansbrough in at the small forward position. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Miami.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Dame. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And the Hornets making a change here. Roberts checked in. Batum passes to Lamb. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Chalmers. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way. And Rose throws it down.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith without Luol Deng.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Last time these two teams met, it was the New York Knicks picking up the loss in that outing against the Miami Heat.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with the strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
So here's Miami. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Magic.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them. You know, watching Aaron Aflalo, incredible form on his jumper, excellent mid-range shooter who's made himself into one of the league's better three-point shooters, too.
Here's Galloway. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
Now here's Aflalo, trailing by 4. Shot clock at 3. Great touch on the 16-footer. Aflalo's got his second basket.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Unloads from 13. It's deflected, but he recovers it. Green kicks to Rose. Bosch, the screen. Down low. Over Serafin. And the jumper from down low is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Galloway. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. New York moving the ball around. Here's Serafin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists in the game. Green with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Green, the pass to Rose. Pass to Bosch. Stoudemire left side. Stoudemire missing again.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Miami's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Shot's good. Wade's got his second bucket of the night.
He's terrific with the floater, and that's not an easy shot.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. Here's Serafin. Rebound by the Heat. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
It's Anthony with the drive. And released it. before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team. You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Rose, he's in at the point. Dang out there with Whiteside. Then it's Winslow, and it's Dragic in at the shooting guard position.
Listen, the Knicks finishing at the bottom of the East last season. They didn't go into the season thinking they were in for a rough go, making last season all that more painstaking for the fans.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from O'Quinn. And Miami shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Winslow. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Winslow's got his first points in this one. And for the Knicks and their play against the rest of the conference, guys who've been talking about only Clark 11 wins in 52 games.
And you know, Kevin, what's worse is the Knicks were 5-21 at home against the East. No matter how you slice that up, the Knicks had a season that everybody would like to forget in New York.
Here's a Flalo after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Here's Galloway. Pass to Porzingis. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. And that does it for the first.
Thank you.
Second half about to start here in just a few moments.
Well, Aaron O'Flalo in this one, he's got 11 points and 1 steal as well.
Williams comes in for Aaron O'Flalo, and Thomas subbed in for Langston Galloway. And Miami also making a switch. Rose, he's checked in for Goran Dragic. The Heat trail by 11. We've got Robin Lopez. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Thomas. And it's Williams at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Rose, a screen on Williams. The drive by Wade. Outside Rose. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shoots from the high post. And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by Dang. Bosch has got it back down to within single digits for Miami. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and then Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Anthony with it. 8 points for him.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Just to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Outside Thomas. Lopez dishes to Anthony. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year. But the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
New York leading by 5. Outside Williams. There's the dish to Thomas. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Again, the miss by Anthony.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The drive by Wade. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's 11 points for Dwayne Wade. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. And there's the pass to Porzingis. He kicks it to Thomas. Deng against Anthony. The teardrop falls in. Anthony's got 10.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Rose kicks to Wade. And that one's good.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The Knicks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Anthony against Deng from outside the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Derek Williams. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Lance Thomas. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Whiteside. Stoudemire comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Gerald Green in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Anthony. Justice Winslow picking up that last bucket. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. No good on the triple.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's Anthony. He got it up that time. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. On the floor for Miami, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Wade and Deng are the 2 and 3, and it's Rose in at the point. Start of overtime just upon us as they get ready for the jump ball. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And New York looking at who they've got. Robin Lopez out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo. Then it's Anthony. And it's Galloway in at the point guard. Anthony, the pass to Galloway. Aflalo outside. Here's Porzingis, the 15-footer. Good. Porzingis has got the first points here in the overtime period for New York. Rose kicks to Deng. Here's Bosh. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 20 points for Chris Bosh.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
The drive by Anthony. The shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Outside Deng. Inside, Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
and I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
So it's Miami winning this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark and it.
Chris, tell us a little.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Chris Bosh. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys, and that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team. Because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. Makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad Mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight-A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. So you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a 2-piece and a biscuit under his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him. And it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30,
12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me and announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, Jiminy Crickets. I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the 6th man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's Bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go. Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You can see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
It's game time here in Miami as the crowds at the American Airlines Arena look to cheer on the hometown Heat. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up.
Stoudemire comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Rose in for Goran Dragic. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verjao. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for James. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. So on the floor for Cleveland. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with Mo Williams. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward. Wade can't hit.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
Good ball movement here by the Heat. To the middle, it's stolen by Iman Shumpert. To the paint, wants to get it to Irving and does. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Irving's got 6. And Miami has possession. They trail by 3. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And turnover.